Hi, my name's Ron. I'm a driver for Koch. I stopped driving for a little bit, but I've been here for about 2 years now. I just want to show people how I do my chains. For the guys that want to learn how to chain up, this is how I do it. I've already spread out my chain. So I got my chain all spread out. I'm lucky because I have a KW. I could do this little trick when you have a trailer on. I could take this. When I start, I always take this off. Down. It's out of my way. And my chain's about halfway. This is a double chain. We run a lot of singles, but this is a double. This is how I do it. Take your chains. You got to figure out, are you going to back onto your chains or are you going to drive onto your chains? This case here, I'm going to drive up on my chain. So I try to take my chains and get them as even as I can. The problem I find is if you don't get that side, the inside, you're fighting to get your chain pulled back out. So you kind of kick it around a little bit there. Kick it around right on that side. Get it as best as you can. Line the center up with the center. Push it underneath your tire as far as you can. I'm gonna try to edge forward so that I can drive up onto my chains. I'll be right back. We always try to get it on the first time. You never know if you're gonna overshoot and then you pull your chains all the way off. And we never have a beautiful day to put chains on. It's always crappy weather. It's always snowing on us and we have to deal with ice and stuff. Pain in the butt. Nobody likes to do it. Me either, but sometimes. So then you come over here, and because I don't have my mud flap, if I had a Volvo, I would have a mud flap and I would have to do this between the tire and the mud flap. And then what you do is you take your chain, you snug it up as best as you can, and you take these hooks. I got 1, 2, and I hooked into the third one. You got a center chain. Yeah, so you pull that around. You got a hook here. Snug that up as best as you can. And I got that one in the second one. We got this outside one. Try to get that sucked up. I got a set of chain keepers. You either have to use bungees, which you put in here to put pressure on your tire, your chain, to keep it tight on the tire. Chain keepers, this is why we all like chain keepers. These things here have a slit in them. You have a tool like this. You put that in there. See how that's rotating around? No, that way, or it's this way. So that just slid right around like that. Well, you got several of those, and you do that all the way around. As that's tightening up your chain, and so your chain keeper, like on your tarp, I always try to put the hook out. I don't know why, but I do. I put them pretty much straight. Now I can figure out to make this like a star. That like that, that like that. Those are pretty darn tight. That's a good set of chain right there. I wouldn't feel bad about going up over the mountain with that. You can see your chains when you're driving. They do loosen up a little bit, and you can see them kind of wobble. You can see them in your mirrors, usually if you have your mirrors tilted down so that you can see them. Keep an eye on your chain. You don't want to throw a chain and tear your equipment up. Lose a chain, they're expensive. But that's how Ron does his tires. Thank you.